Welcome to Sonia Podcast. We are talking about misophonia in a relationship. So, according to psychologist Jennifer J. Brout, misophonia can negatively impact relationships. There are ways to make relationships better for people with misophonia and their loved ones. Empathy for the sufferers as well as family members, friends, and loved ones is essential. The dynamics related to misophonia are highly complex. While there are similarities between adult and children misophonia sufferers, there are also nuances in relationships. Parent-child relationships dynamics are certainly different than spousal relationships or co-workers relationships. With that said, at the heart of successful coping skills development is empathy for both misophonia sufferers and their loved ones. Whether you are clinically working with individuals with misophonia, or if you are a parent with a child with misophonia, or a sufferer yourself, it is important to consider why relational dynamics are stressed. It is not enough just to know that they are. A closer look at relationships from a different perspective can be helpful to all. An individual with misophonia usually feels victimized by the overwhelming authority and visual stimuli that are generated by those closest to them. A clientician parent or adult is most effective when conveying understanding to the individual with misophonia, and at the same time considering the feelings of family members and spouses, etc. Family members and partners often feel victimized by the misophonia individual's sudden unpredictable words or action. If you have misophonia, it helps to let your loved ones know that their feelings are valid and also of concern, while also acknowledging how difficult it is for you to live in a world where stimuli continually attacks you. In misophonia, individuals almost always associate the sounds and visuals that triggers them with specific people. You likely have said or heard statements such as, "My sister is my worst trigger," or "My husband triggers me the worst." Unfortunately, science has not established why the sounds and visuals generated by some people may be worse than those generated by others. Yet, it is important to remember that while misophonia entitles orientation to person-based sounds, trigger sounds and visuals are not exclusive to people's sounds, nor are they exclusive to mouth sounds. Sounds such as windshield wipers, pen clipping, beeping from electronic devices, and sometimes pets are among the various non-human sources that individuals with misophonia frequently describe as triggering. Thus, the more you use a negative that amplifies people as triggers, the more you are supported in solidifying a negative thinking pattern in yourself, your child, or your parent, or your partner. Simply changing the narrative may not change subconscious association between trigger sounds and visuals and the people from whom they emanate. However, changing the conscious association can help to remove the negative dynamics that often results from this pairing. So that's misophonia. It's like a mental disorder. And that was a psychiatrist actually telling y'all how to deal with it. And I'd like to thank you for listening to my podcast. Please give it a 5-star review on Speakers, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Wherever you listen to your podcast at, please share. Please go to my website, http:/podcasters.com/wordpresses.com, www.wavilo. Use promo code Sonia, Instacart. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, you can buy me coffee. You can leave a comment under this podcast, so you can leave a comment at sv766752@gmail.com. You can follow me at son.ia, Instagram, Sonia Santiago, Twitter, Sonia Santiago, Pinterest, Sonia Santiago, Facebook, Sonia Santiago, YouTube. Thank you and have a blessed night.